Hi friends, this is Kuttiprogrammers from kvsTek. Today I'm going to start my new channel, that is Kuttiprogrammers. ഇത് മെയിനായിട്ട് ഞാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത് 12+ ഏജ് ഉള്ള ഒരു ഗ്രൂപ്പ്സിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ്. ബിക്കോസ് അങ്ങനെയുള്ള ഗ്രൂപ്പ്സിന് 12+ ഏജ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള കുട്ടികൾക്ക് ഒരു പ്രോഗ്രാമിംഗ് വേൾഡിലേക്ക് എൻ്റർ ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് ഞാൻ ഈ ചാനൽ കൊണ്ട് ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത്. സോ എൻ്റെ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബേഴ്സ് ആ റേഞ്ചിലുള്ള കുട്ടികളെയാണ് ഞാൻ പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, ഞാൻ പൈതൺ പ്രോഗ്രാമിംഗ് എന്നൊരു സബ്ജക്റ്റിലാണ് ട്രെയിനിങ് തരാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത്. Why I chose Python? The reason is, നിങ്ങൾ ഒരുപാട് പ്രോഗ്രാമിംഗ് ലാംഗ്വേജസ് കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. C++, ജാവ, VB.NET, C#.NET, C++.NET, Perl, Smalltalk, etc. സോ നിങ്ങൾക്കറിയാം എന്തിനാ പ്രോഗ്രാമിംഗ് ലാംഗ്വേജ് മെയിനായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുക കമ്പ്യൂട്ടേഴ്സിന് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മൊബൈൽ ഫോൺസ്, കമ്പ്യൂട്ടർ റിലേറ്റഡ് ഡിവൈസസ്, അത്തരം ഡിവൈസസിന് ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻസ് ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് പ്രോഗ്രാമിംഗ് ലാംഗ്വേജ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുക. ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻസ് എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾ ഒരുപാട് ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻസ്, പല വെറൈറ്റി ഓഫ് ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻസ് ഉണ്ട്. ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ സിസ്റ്റം ലെവൽ ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻസ്, നമ്മുടെ ഒരു ഡെസ്ക്ടോപ്പിനകത്ത് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഡെസ്ക്ടോപ്പ് ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻസ്, ഗ്രാഫിക് ഇൻ്റർഫേസൊക്കെയുള്ള ഡെസ്ക്ടോപ്പ് ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻസ്, പിന്നെ മൊബൈൽ ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻസ് കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. മൊബൈൽ ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻസ്, വെബ് ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ, ഇൻ്റർനെറ്റിനകത്ത് ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്ന വെബ് ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻസ്, ദെൻ നെറ്റ്വർക്കിംഗ് ടൂൾസ്, കൂടാതെ ഇന്നലെ ഫെമിലിയറായിട്ട് കേൾക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്ന അനാലിസിസ് പ്രോഗ്രാംസ്, സയൻറ്റിഫിക് പ്രോഗ്രാംസ്, ആർട്ടിഫിഷ്യൽ ഇൻ്റലിജൻസ് പ്രോഗ്രാംസ്, അങ്ങനെ കുറേ കാര്യങ്ങളുണ്ട്. സോ ഇത്തരം അപ്ലിക്കേഷൻസ് ഡെവലപ്പ് ചെയ്തെടുക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് നമുക്കൊരു പ്രോഗ്രാമിംഗ് ലാംഗ്വേജിൻ്റെ യൂസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. സോ ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ മെൻഷൻ ചെയ്ത പോലെ ഒരുപാട് പ്രോഗ്രാമിംഗ് ലാംഗ്വേജസ് ഉണ്ട്. സോ എന്തുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ പൈത്തൺ ചൂസ് ചെയ്തതെന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ റീസൺ ഇത്ര സിമ്പിളാണ്. ഈ പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്ന പ്രോഗ്രാമിംഗ് ലാംഗ്വേജസ് ഒക്കെ എടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അതിൽ ഏറ്റവും ഈസിയസ്റ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ളതും ആൻഡ് ഈസി ടു അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ് ആൻഡ് ഈസി ടു ലേൺ, പിന്നെ ഈ നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞ എല്ലാ ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻസും പല വെറൈറ്റി ഓഫ് ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻസും ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്ന, ഒരേ ഈസിനെസ്സോട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്ന മേ ബി ഒരേ ഒരു ലാംഗ്വേജ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് പൈത്തൺ പ്രോഗ്രാമിംഗ് ലാംഗ്വേജ് ആയിരിക്കും. അറ്റ് ദ എൻഡ് ഓഫ് 1980s, ബിഗിനിങ് ഓഫ് 1990s ഒക്കെയാണ് ഇത് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്തത്, ഈ പ്രോഗ്രാമിംഗ് ലാംഗ്വേജ് ഡെവലപ്പ് ചെയ്തത്. വാൻ റോസം എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു പേഴ്സണാണ്, ഒരു പ്രോഗ്രാമറാണ്, ഡെവലപ്പറാണ് ഇത് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്തത്, വാൻ റോസം. സോ അതിൻ്റെ ഹിസ്റ്ററി ഞാൻ കൂടുതലായി കിടക്കുന്നില്ല, യു മേ ഫീൽ ബോറിങ്. സോ ഞാൻ ഇവിടെ ഇന്നത്തെ ക്ലാസ് കൊണ്ട് ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത് എത്രയേ ഉള്ളൂ. പൈത്തൺ നിങ്ങളുടെ സിസ്റ്റത്തിൽ അവൈലബിൾ ആണോ അഥവാ അവൈലബിൾ അല്ല എങ്കിൽ ഹൗ ടു ഇൻസ്റ്റാൾ പൈത്തൺ ഇൻ യുവർ സിസ്റ്റം. ദാറ്റ്സ് മൈ ഫോക്കസ് ടുഡേ. ഓക്കെ, അതായത് ഞാൻ ഇത്ര ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നുള്ളൂ, ഒരു ബ്രീഫ് ഇൻട്രൊഡക്ഷൻ ഓഫ് പൈത്തൺ. അതുപോലെ പൈത്തൺ നിങ്ങളുടെ സിസ്റ്റം ഉബുണ്ടു ആവാം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വിൻഡോസ് ആകാം, ഏതിലാണെങ്കിലും നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ട്രെയിനിങ് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാം, നോ പ്രോബ്ലം. സോ ഞാൻ ഫോക്കസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് ഉബുണ്ടുവിലാണ്. സോ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് നിങ്ങളുടെ ഇൻസ്റ്റാളേഷൻ, ഞാൻ ഫോക്കസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് ഉബുണ്ടുവിലാണെന്ന് പറയാൻ കാരണം ഉബുണ്ടു ആണ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ ഈസി. എന്ന് എനിക്ക് ഫീൽ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടാണ്. വേറെ ഒരുപാട് റീസൺസ് ഉണ്ട്, അതൊന്നും നിങ്ങളോട് ഇപ്പോൾ ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. സോ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഏതിലാണ് ഇൻസ്റ്റാൾ ചെയ്യാം. ബെറ്റർ all of you should install your python program എന്നല്ല, python interpreter tool in your Ubuntu system. Okay, Ubuntu system. Okay, so we can start the basic introduction and the installation of Python in your systems. Okay, ഞാൻ ഒന്നുകൂടി പറയാം ഞാൻ എന്തുകൊണ്ട് പൈത്തൺ ഉപയോഗിച്ചു എന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ, ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ ഒരുപാട് അപ്ലിക്കേഷൻസ് പറഞ്ഞു, പ്രോഗ്രാമിംഗ് ലാംഗ്വേജ് വെച്ച് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്ന ഒരുപാട് അപ്ലിക്കേഷൻസ്. ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ യു ക്യാൻ സീ ഹിയർ വെബ് അപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ ഡെവലപ്മെൻറ്റ്, normal softwares, desktop applications, desktop means graphical user interface applications, database applications, a game, other 3D related utilities, network applications like chatting tools. You can also use for educational purpose. Other than this, you can use for, I already told you, you can use the Python programming for scientific applications, analytic purposes, for analysis, big data analysis, and some more areas are there related with Python programming. Okay, that's why I chose Python, because for all these areas I can use Python for Python programming very easily. Okay, so we can start Python programming. Before that, you should know about the releases of Python. Okay, I mean, I told you the Python is released, the beginning version of Python is released in early 90s or at the end of 80s. Okay, so now Python is available in two versions, I mean two releases, that is Python 2 and Python 3. You can see here Python 2 and Python 3. Okay, so many differences are in between there. Now I won't mention it. Okay, only you should know about what's the main difference between 2 and 3 and what you are going to use. Okay, one thing should be noted, that you should not use Python 2. Okay, by default in your Ubuntu system, I think if the system is below Ubuntu 18.04, then by default the system contains Python 2 versions, Python 2 releases. Okay, actually there is much difference in between Python 2 and 3, so you should follow Python 3. Okay, that will be useful for your future. Clear? Okay, you can see here Python 2 and 3. Actually Python 2 support you will get the Python 2 support up to this current year only, that is 2020. After 2020 you have to use Python 3, you won't get Python 3. Okay, under these two releases, that is Python 2 and Python 3, you can see so many versions are here. Is it? Under Python 2 you can see 2.2, 2.3, 4, 5, 6 and 2.7. In Ubuntu 2.7, by default you can see Ubuntu 16.0, by default you can see Python 2.7. Okay, so after Ubuntu 16.04, that is the releases, that is Ubuntu 17 and Ubuntu 18, you will get Python 3 versions, that is 3.0 to 3.7, 3.8, the current version is 3.9. you will get these versions. Okay, by default any of the Python 3 version will be in Ubuntu 18.04 and Ubuntu 17, etc. This kind of versions. Okay, before that versions, that means up to Ubuntu 16.04, you will get only Python 2.7 by default. Okay, so whatever but the system I mean, your system may be Ubuntu 16, whatever be the system. You have to install Python 3, not Python 2 release. You have to contain Python 3 release. That is any of Python 3 release, Python 3.5, Python 3.6, any. Okay, whatever may, you have to use only Python 3 versions. Okay. So first of all, we have to know in our system which release is there in our system, or which version of Python is available in our system. For that, first of all, you have to take that is, here you can see the desktop of my Ubuntu version, Ubuntu system. Okay, I can access any file from this system graphically. Okay, actually, in order to study or in order to something about Ubuntu, you have to know about the command line interface, how to interact the system, or how to interact the system by using commands. For that, you have to use a tool, that is terminal. Okay, in order to get terminal, you can take the tool terminal from here, that is from search icon is here. From there you have to type terminal, you will get terminal. Otherwise, you can use the shortcut Alt Control T. Okay, you will get a terminal like this. You can expand this, no problem. Okay. A few seconds before I have shown some contents of this system. Okay, that is by using graphically. Here I am using command line tool, that is the terminal. By using terminal, in order to get the details or in order to do some task, you have to use commands. For example, I am using in order to list the contents of this location. Okay, actually, just check it here. In order to give the commands, a dollar separator is here. You can see here dollar. Okay, after this dollar, you can call it as dollar prompt. After this dollar, you have to give your commands. Okay, for example, in order to get the contents of this location, just use the command ls. You can see the contents here. Is it some folders and files? You will get this contents graphically like this. Just click on here on home. You can see the same content. Okay, this is by graphically. Okay, here I am going to study you how to use or how to access the system, how to interact with the system by command line interface. That is, the name of command line interface here I am using is terminal, this one. Okay, so in order not to list the same contents that I shown to you, just type ls command. Okay, in order to get the location, just type pwd, present working directory. You can see the location. The location is /home/Kuttiprogrammer. Location means, for example, in Windows, location means C:/user/ like that. Okay, D: my folder / okay, such path is known as location. Here the location is /home/Kuttiprogrammer, because here the user is Kuttiprogrammer. Suppose your username is student, then the default location is /home/student. Suppose the username is Abhishek, the default location is /home/Abhishek. Okay, clear? Okay, so these are the examples of commands. Okay, command I am giving to the terminal. through terminal to the system. Okay. Actually I am discussing about how to check. Just forget terminal and come back to the come back to the portion where I stopped. That is how to check our system contains Python or not. Okay, for that just open terminal either by Alt Control T or by search terminal on the search icon. Okay. So now to check Python is available or not, just type the command python space minus version. Actually the minus version is additional information. Sorry, I got mistaken. Version. Okay, here the release is the answer is Python 2.7 something. Okay, so it says that currently the Python interpreter running is Python 2.7. Python interpreter means it's the language interpreter. You are using high level language, high level code. It should convert to low level code, machine level code. That's the just meaning of Python interpreter. Sorry, meaning of interpreter. So here the language is Python. So I am mentioning that it is Python interpreter. Interpreting, just converting. Okay. Here the version is Python 2.7. I told you have to use not Python 2.7. You have to use only Python 3. Okay. For that you have to install Python 3 here. Okay. So for installing you have to use this command sudo space. The installation command is apt-get space install. Actually make sure that your system should be in internet. That is there has some network connectivity, because the installation is happening from internet. Okay, so make sure there's a network connectivity. Okay, so the step is sudo apt-get space install space that is you are going to install Python 3.6. Okay, clear, and just press enter. So it will ask for the user password. I am typing my user password. Sorry. Okay. Actually, this system already contains Python 3.6. You can see here. Okay. Otherwise, it will try for the installation of Python 3.6. Okay, I will just check it by using Python 3.7. Okay. Now it's asking for, do you want to continue? Do you want to install? Is it? By giving yes, it will install my Python 3.7. Currently my 3.6 version is there. So I am just skipping by putting no here. Okay. Actually many of you will get some error at the time of giving this command. Okay, that means it may not take the command. So in that case you have to put some more command here, that is First one is this one. That is sudo space add apt repository space ppa colon dead snake slash ppa. Actually, I told you in some cases you will not get the installation. Okay, so in such case you have to add this command, you have to put this command, then only you will get the Python content from the internet. PPA just stands for personal package archive. It's a personal package archive. Okay, it's a reference to the internet. Okay, by referring the repository only you will get the Python installation. Clear? Just press enter. Okay, okay. After adding your repository, that means this step. Okay, after adding you have to update. Yes, just type the second command sudo apt get update. Okay, it will update the reference list of repository. Only by updating your reference list you can download and install Python from internet. Okay, so update is over. Next, our last step. I told you, that is apt get install Python 3.6. Okay, just press enter. Okay, it will ask for installation and installation will be over. Okay, it's already installed here. Okay, otherwise you can see the steps. Okay, it's a simple steps, no problem. That means in order to install Python in Ubuntu, okay, you can use these two steps. Okay, I told you. Suppose your version, Ubuntu version is Ubuntu 14.04 or 16.04, then you have to consider to give this command also. Okay, I have already done it. Okay, after adding the repository only you have to put these two commands, otherwise it will not take. Okay, this is the case for Ubuntu 14.04 and 16.04. Okay, on higher versions there is no need of this first step, this one. Okay, okay. After the installations, again you check the version, Python minus capital V or minus version, both will work. Okay, either minus capital V or minus version. Okay, can you note one thing? That is, again I have installed Python 3.6, but again shows the default interpreter is Python 2.7, that is Python 2 release. Okay, so it's a problem. So what we have to do? I have to mention the system that I am means this, the here the current user is Kuttiprogrammer. Okay, I am using Python 3.6 version, not using Python 2.7. That should be mentioned to the system. Okay, for that you have to put one more step. You have to give one more step to the system. That is just edit one file, that .bash rc. Okay, that file is contained in your home directory, your directory. Okay, then why dot is, actually it's a hidden file. That's why in front of that file name you can see that dots. Okay, that you are going to edit that file. Here you are using the editor, that is gedit. That is by using gedit, or you can use Emacs, or you can use Nano. So many editors are here. Okay, here I am using gedit tool. Sudo space sudo space gedit space. The file name is, actually in front of file name you can see some negation and slash symbol. Okay, actually it denotes your home directory. Okay, you have to put that symbol. Okay, so you have to edit that .bash rc file. Sometimes it will ask for password, then you have to use your password. Okay, just open that file, and on the last line you just add one line, that is mention that you are using Python 3.6 interpreter. For that, just type one line, that is alias space python is equal to, within the single quote, /user/bin python 3.6. Actually in this location, that is /user/bin/ in that location you can see all Python tools. Okay, I will show it later. Okay, you have to add this command. Okay, suppose if your system contains 3.5, you can use Python 3.5. Then it will take Python 3.5 as your default Python interpreter. Okay, after adding that line, just save and close. Save and close. Okay, clear? Okay, again you just check Python version. Again the answer is Python 2.7. So what do? Just the reason is the changes is not reflecting. Okay, just close the terminal. After that again take the terminal just by pressing Alt Control T. Okay, again Python space -v. You'll get the installed version, that is Python 3.6. that comes under Python 3 releases. Okay, so all of you make sure you are studying, or you are learning Python only by using Python, any of Python 3 releases. Okay, clear? Okay, so next I have to okay, then before that, okay, I will show you how to install the Python in Windows. Okay, and actually now I am using Linux, but in Windows there is no much demonstration is needed, because just by downloading one installer file from the website, Python website, you can easily install your Python just by double clicking. Okay, for that, okay, I will demonstrate currently just by from Ubuntu itself. Okay, actually suppose you are consider that you are in Windows system now onwards. Okay, clear? Okay, first you have to download your Python installer file for Windows from the site python.org. Okay, here you will get everything about Python. It's tutorial, documents, downloads in, okay, whatever you need, all you will get all things from here. Okay, suppose you are going to download, then you have to press download. Not to see all your releases, just use this link, python.org/download/windows. Okay, see this. Okay, there you can see so many releases. Okay, 5.3, 3.02, 5, the latest one, that is Python 3.9 here. Okay, it's a beta version, not fully released. Okay, the last Python release is this one, that is Python 3.8.4. okay, you will get the beta version from here also. Okay, actually I am here downloading any of Python 3 version installer file for Windows. Okay, I am here taking Python. Okay, just take any of Python 3.6, that is Python. Okay, this one, this is Python 3.7.6. okay, it will work in all Windows versions above Windows XP. Okay, you will get two categories of installer file, that is x86 category means it's only for 32-bit Windows. Okay, many of your system may be Windows 64. Okay, first check your system whether it is 64-bit or 32-bit. If any doubt, just ask. I'm not mentioning how it check. Okay, suppose your system is 64-bit, then you have to download any of this one, that is 64-bit, x86 64. It denotes it's a 64-bit installer file. Just click, it will download that file in your download folder. Okay, I'm not clicking here because it's not Windows. I'm here using Ubuntu right now. Okay, if you are in a Windows system, just double click or click on this executable installer. It will download one file, that is .msi file, Microsoft installer file, .msi file. By double clicking that downloaded file, it will proceed with some steps and you will get your Python. Okay, from search bar, from the start menu of your Windows operating system, you will get Python IDLE. Okay, that is Python IDE. Python IDLE. You can see Python IDLE tool in your Windows. Okay, IDLE stands for Integrated Development Learning Environment. It's a learning tool. Okay, later after studying some topics, we can use some advanced tools. Okay, in the initial case, we are using IDLE tool. Clear? Integrated Development Learning Environment. By double clicking IDLE on Windows, you will get the Python software or Python interpreter software. Okay, again come back to Ubuntu. Okay, because I am giving the training in Ubuntu. Okay, you can follow the same steps, or you can use the same steps in your Windows. No change in the programming environment after the installation. Okay, here I told you that is I am installed Python 3.6. Okay, so in order to get Python, you have to use the command python. Okay, clear? So it will get one interactive screen with a prompt. Here you can see Python prompt. Python prompt is not dollar, as I told earlier. Python prompt is this one, that is 3 arrow mark, 3 forward arrow mark. This is called Python prompt. Okay, there you can check the Python is working or not. Initially I am typing one command, Python statement, that is for printing some message. I am using the command, I am using the statement print with within the 2 double quote. I am using double quote is not required, single quote is enough. Within the single quote, 2 single quote, I am using some text. Welcome to Python programming. Okay, just press enter, so you will get that message. Okay, this is a small statement of a program. Okay, I am here just use whether it is work or not. Okay, clear? So in order to get Python shell or Python interface, okay, you have to type Python on your dollar prompts. Okay, in order to, you will then after typing Python on dollar prompt, you will get Python interactive screen. Okay, there you can check the Python statements. Actually this is not the environment that I am using. Okay, one more step is also there that I will be tell next. Okay, so the answer is welcome to Python programming. Okay, in order to go outside from the Python prompt, you can use the function exit with open and closing parenthesis. Just press enter. Okay, so it is exit from the Python prompt. Clear? This is called interactive mode of Python programming. Actually we are not using it. Okay, interactive mode of Python programming means, in order to get interactive mode of Python, you have to just type Python commands. It will show a screen with a Python prompt. Python prompt is 3 arrow mark. There you can type your Python statements or Python commands. Okay, in order to exit from that Python prompt or Python interactive mode, just type exit commands. Okay, it will exit from Python prompt. Clear? Okay. Few minutes before I told you that in Windows, after installing, you will get one tool, that is IDLE. Actually in IDLE we are writing our program. Okay, IDLE stands for, it's a tool, just integrated development learning environment tool. Okay, actually in Ubuntu, in order to get that IDLE tool, you have to give one more command. Okay, then only you will you can install IDLE from internet. Okay, the command is sudo apt-get space install space. What you have to do? You have to install IDLE for Python. So the command, the name is, package name is tool name is IDLE Python. Okay, this one. Okay, ideally for 3.6. also put the version. Okay, it asks for the password, user password. I'm giving my password here. Okay, you want to continue or ask for, you want to continue or not? Yes, I want to continue. Now it's on progress. What I am doing is I am installing ideally tool for Python 3. Okay, Python 3.6. Okay. So the installation is over. Okay, not to get the ideally. Okay, just type ideally. So here you can see the installed ideally. You can see the ideally for two versions. Okay, on the single command, that is ideally for 3.5, ideally for 3.6. Okay, just open that ideally for 3.6. On Windows, I told you, on Windows, after installing the Windows installer, Python installer, you will get the same installer. Okay. After this step onwards, in Windows or Ubuntu, whatever be the users, you will get the same interface throughout the programs. Okay. Throughout our next sessions. Okay. So I am taking ideally for Python 3.6. Okay. Just close other interfaces. Okay. This is your ideally tool. Here you can see the same matter that you seen few minutes before. Okay. Here you can see the interactive mode prompt, that is Python prompt. Okay, there you can type any Python command. It will show the syntax. Okay, just I am typing checking. The message is checking. Enter. The answer is checking. Okay. So ideally is more interactive than the previous, the terminal Python interactive mode. Okay. So now onwards you are using this Python shell, that is ideally Python ideally tool. Okay. Here you will get so many options. Okay, not to write a new program, you have to use a new file, etc., etc. Okay, that will be coming to your next sessions. Okay. Now the ideally session is, the installation of ideally session is over. Okay, just close it. So in order to install that ideally, the command is yeah, the command is sudo apt get install ideally -python, after that the version 0.6. This should be noted. Okay, it's already done. I just shown the command. Okay, this is the command. Now your system is ready for your future programming. So all of you, welcome to the world of Python programming. On next video onwards, we are starting our actual coding. Okay. Okay. Then bye for all. Okay, bye.